Everyone, posting a weekly update. So today is Wednesday, the 18th of May. So doing a midweek sort of market update, looking at our pairs from what has played out from Monday to now, and then also what we're looking for as we move into the second part of the week. Now, for those who follow me on Instagram, obviously I get, you guys see all the big messages I get from students who are now funded or passing verifications. I just want to show you one that I thought was really, really cool today. I had two students within the mentorship program today pass their challenges or their final verification in order to get 400K total funding in FTMO. So they already had accounts running that they had obtained either before they came to me or while they were with me, and then today they with the GU trade that I shared, they caught and finally passed their last verification to get 400K in funding. So this is the Discord where the traders chat. And as you can see here, just look at the excitement. Everyone checking their MT4, like we're rolling in profit right now. And then here is Andy, officially 400K in funding. Just absolutely amazing to see. One of the great things, one of the things I'm very proud of is just how it's more of a family. I've been in lots of chats and Discords and Telegrams, but when I was learning, and I just found them to be so toxic and just not helpful, and everyone was just always kind of competing. And just here, like everyone is just just so helpful, and just it's all a team effort, and there's no negativity, there's no jealousy. Everyone is on the same team. We're all here to help each other. There's advanced students who help others who join late, and help them. It's such a great experience. So very, very positive group, which I'm very, very proud of. And that's one thing I'm very proud of, is everyone who joins always says how positive. Like, it's just something you don't see these days in many Forex groups. Usually it's, like I said earlier, very, very negative, kind of condescending, filled with people who, trade with egos, and we don't do that here. Everyone's a team. If someone makes a mistake or they don't understand something, we're all there to help, and that's just something I'm very, very proud of. So I thought I'd share that with you. So congrats to all the traders this week who have been funded, or obviously receive big payouts, obviously, but especially those who are getting funded and able to quit their jobs, or getting into a position where they quit their jobs. It's just very, very awesome for me to be able to help people around the world, achieve their goals and get into a better position financially for their life. So let's jump into the market. So USD Jpy, this is where price opened up this week. I said look for a sell here. We could look for a push right back down to 127.8, 128. It's exactly what happened. Beautiful price action. Actually came back up and tested again. So not only, I think, let me mark up the weekly open just so you guys can see, right? Like, this is where the weekly opened, and this is where it was. Price pushed back up and then pushed down, and then even came back up again. Beautiful price action for a sell right back down. So even there, a trade from around there, again, assuming you got in right off the zone, let's say you did the 25 to look at 35 pips, a bit wider. You'd be floating around 3% in profit at 1 to 115 pips, with a little bit more downside expected. So you should reach around a 1 to 4, if not lower. Right now, the dollar. Actually, before I get into that, so right now what I'd be looking for this is look for this to push down. If it can break 128, we should see it push down to our zone here, and then be looking for a possible buy. So if it does get price action, you start seeing a lot of exhaustion, a lot of rejection at this level. I would be looking to close maybe 75-80% of this position. So you're up 4%, I would close at least 3 once it pushes into our zone. And then what you could do is look to hedge it, right? So let's say you take a buy here, you then close, let's say 3 out of 4%, and you look to take a buy here if the price action occurs. Otherwise, this thing could fall. This thing could absolutely fall. Dollar is back pushing higher, which, like I said, coming this week, I said it looks like it could reverse from here, but the dollar is very, very bullish until we see it go bearish. Keep buying the dollar. Ended up respecting 103.200. We took advantage of this today on a few pairs, in particular GU within the mentorship program. We took that, which is floating around 2.5%, 3% right now, I believe. Around 90 to 100 pips in profit. So looking really good. Right now, what I'm looking for in the dollar is a retest of 103, sort of 800, for a push back up into this 104, 105 region up here. So, we could see pairs like AU push lower, EU, and things like that. So keep an eye on that. And obviously, if this was to not play out, then what you would want to look for on this pair is just something like this, and then a move lower. However, I don't really see that happening, but we never really know, right? Never trade with a bias. Just always follow the market and see what we get. So watch for a retest here and then a push up, and you can definitely correlate that to pairs like EU, for example, because we know that if this does this on the dollar, then EU will probably do something like this. I'm not going to chart it up because that's a pair I trade in the mentorship program, but I mean, that's what we're looking for. Something like that on EU based on this, right? So that's a little hint for you. So watch that on DXY. AUD USD. So I did a slight zone adjustment since our last update. So here's a trade I took today on AUD USD. Ended up respecting the structure here at 0.70200, 0.7. Price then pushed up 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 drives, 4 drives in the structure. I entered here with a 25 pip stop loss, pretty much straight into profit. First target, right now it's floating around 50 or so pips in profit after reaching around 65. First target is down here at 0.692 region of price, which gives me around a 1 to 4.28. So right now, price is kind of pulling back up to retest 0.698, which is, again, in line with the dollar kind of pulling down to push up. So therefore, we should see this kind of roll over from here, do something like this in the lower time frames, and then pull over, and then roll over into this area down here, which is a nice little 1 to 4.3. Now, this could easily break lower and give like a 1 to 6, 1 to 7. So what I would be looking for on this, okay, is I'd be looking for this to do one of two things. Either it could pull all the way back up to here, which you could take another sell if the price action occurs, or you could look for this to push down into here and then do something like this. Or the third option, which is really what I favor, is something like this. Okay, that's what I would be looking for. As it's floating between zones right now, I just leave it alone. I let my trade run, and then I either wait for it to pull up into here or push down to here, and then from there I begin to monitor, and I just do whatever price shows me. If I see a buy setup that meets my rules that I teach within the program, then I would take a buy. Otherwise, I look for this to break lower to the downside, and then I get in on the retest of structure like this. Next one, Cad Jpy, another trade I took today on this pair. A few traders in the mentorship program also caught this, which is great to see. So price pushed above 101. We were looking for buys at the beginning of the week in the market review for the weekly outlook, and then I said, obviously, I liked the buy setup here. I said watch for buys. Now it didn't really give much price action for a buy. Like kind of tested once, and then here just kind of rolled over. Not really anything convincing. Look at the higher time frames as well. Just really nothing there. Price, very easy setup. Price broke below structure at 108, 100.800. Retested here, and then look at this. 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive, melted. So this right now has reached around 140 pips in profit for a 1 to 5.5. Kind of pulling back right now. So easy, 1 to 4, 1 to 5% running on this. Right now, what I'm looking for is a retest of structure here for a continuation lower. So what I would be looking for, you guys, is, let me go to the 1 hour or 2 hour here, for example. I'd be looking for price to kind of come up and do this. Just look for lots of rejection. Look for multiple taps of structure, look for bearish price action, look for exhaustion, look for it to respect this 99,800 level. And then from there, if that price action occurs, you can look to add a sell. Because I do know a few of you guys caught this actually in the public Discord. Look for this to add a sell down into here. Okay, now alternatively, let's say this was to reverse and go higher. I don't think that would be the case, but let's say it was. Then we'd be looking for price to break above structure here, retest for the move higher. Okay, I'm gonna have this video out tonight. So right now it's around 7 p.m. on Wednesday, so it should be out late tonight. If I do see any clear setups tomorrow, I'll obviously post in the public Discord. So if you're not already in that, make sure you go and join that. You can either join that. There should be a link below. Otherwise, there'll be a link in my Instagram bio, which is also below as well. So you can make sure you join that. That's just where I share these videos, setups, things like that. Any tips in the market, I cover any news coming out. So make sure you guys join that. It's completely free. Just information to help you guys learn on your journey. None of that bullshit that we see, that's taught online, all that cookie cutter stuff, because it's all nonsense. So watching for the sell from here. Otherwise, we'll see this break higher and retest to push back up into this level here. Okay. Euro JPY. So the buy setup that I talked about at the beginning of the week played out to perfection. Absolutely beautiful price action. There's your entry there. Boom. Broke above structure. Tested, double top. There's your sell, right? So that right there is an easy 1 to 6 almost. You take this down, and you should be around almost 200 pips in profit, right? You'd be floating around 200 right now, 190 after reaching, around 235-ish, give or take. So that's what you'd be looking for there. So easy, I mean, guys, just on this, all you do is watch the video that I posted. Easy 10%. Even if you didn't catch this one, you only caught this. Easy 6%, or even 5% if you just close most of it. So easy 5% bagged. What I'd be looking for now is this to come up and retest structure here. This looks like a clear break in a retest to go lower. Again, lower high sort of forming. But we need to stay, in order for this to go lower, we need to stay below this 134, so the 600 region of price. So what I would be looking for on this is price to kind of come up and do something like this, right? Like it already has. It kind of given one tap. I'd be looking for like a second tap for a move lower. And if that is to play out in respect, then your next area of interest would be around this 132, sort of 500, 132 region through here. Obviously, there's a structure, and then maybe lower. But I'll update on that in the public Discord if that is to play out. Otherwise, let's say this was to be a fake out, this was to break higher, simply look for the same setup we caught here. Okay, look for literally, if this price action was to occur, look for that same setup. All right, and you can look to take this right back up into the highs. But right now, I definitely do favor more of a downside approach. But again, if we get price action that indicates a move higher, then I'm easily happy to switch my bias and look for buys. Okay, everything I do is based off price action, not structure, not anything, like not my bias, not the news. I literally I can wake up at London and be looking for sells on a pair, and then I wait, I get more price action. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I see that it has shifted, and I'll be looking for buys, and then boom. So for example, on today or this week on Cad Jpy, beginning of the week, we were looking for buys, right? Didn't see any price action that really gave entries for a buy. Boom, broke below. Okay, cool. Now I see what it's doing. Sell. Boom. Right? Easy. Notice that Cad Jpy and EJ are doing the same thing because they are correlated, right? So make sure you keep that in mind. Next pair is GA. Now it's pretty much the exact same chart. I had it marked up like this. I said trade the zone. I trade the range, and literally, guys, like you literally could have done from here. You could have done 100, almost 200 pips there, and then from here you could have done another 200 pips, or not even that, maybe 150, floating around 70 right now. So really nothing to say on this pair, honestly. It's stuck in a range, continue to trade the range. So if price was to pull up, you just look for rejection up here, look to trade the range. Otherwise, if price was to pull down back into this 1.762 region, look for the price action for a buy back up in here. Continue to trade the range. Obviously, wait for price action. Okay, never just enter blindly. Always wait for price action. And trade the range until it breaks out. As for news, there's really not much going on this week. We do have some inflation rate news coming out of for the JPY tomorrow. Otherwise, just normal standard jobs news, employment, unemployment, ADP, retail, nothing crazy. The big ones this week were the Fed Chair Powell speech, and then the GBP inflation, along with CAD inflation, which really didn't bring much volatility to the market. So that's it for now, guys. I will update in the public Discord if I begin to see anything else, or update on these setups as they occur. Have a great week. Congratulations to those who messaged me as well from the public Discord on obviously your earnings for your small accounts that you trade, and then also for the few of you that messaged me saying you passed your first 10K FTMO. There's like 2 or 3 of you that messaged me. That was amazing to see. So it's an honor for me to be able to help you guys. Enrollment for the mentorship is still open. Okay, I will be closing it eventually in the near future. Once it grows and I feel that it's at a very healthy level, then I will be closing it. And once it's closed, if you're not in it, you can't get in it. Okay, so if you guys have any questions on that, let me know. Have a great week. Above everything, guys, make sure you are patient within the market and keep your risk management tight. Okay, no matter how good of a trader you are, you will have wins, you will have losses. It's all about small wins, big losses. More wins, less losses. Even a trader with a 50% win rate and strict risk management and really good risk reward of say a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4 or more, which is pretty average, okay, can make a lot of money. Okay, think about it. Just do the math. Let's say over 10 trades, you lose half, you win the other half of a 1 to 4. You will walk away with more profit. So all it takes is consistency in your risk management and your trading plan, and you can make so much money, guys. Have a great week. I will chat to you guys later.